there, knife lovers. LTK channel, love them knives, and we're gonna do another Spyderco. I've just kind of ran across these, and this one's a discontinued model as well. And I just thought I'd pick it up because it was on sale. I mean, if I can get a good deal on it and bring it to you and not destroy my budget in the process, I want to do it. Battlestation. I've seen these. I've been eyeball. I don't know about you, but I've been eyeballing them for a long time. I've just always thought the design was really intriguing. And, well, let's get it the hell out. Here we go. You know, this knife, oh, wow. Okay, hello. Is a, you know, it's got the Boyer dent here. It's a lockback knife. You'll see the Dial-X because, you know, Alex is the guy's name. And his last name, I'm not even going to try and pronounce. I'll let you pronounce it. What do you think? It's Alexandru Dăgnescu or whatever. So this is a collaboration, or otherwise the enthusiasts know him as Dial-X, so they put that on the knife. And here we go. Not quite a 3-inch blade. Really, really close. Cutting edge, as per was requested by one of the viewers. Cutting edge length, 2.44 inches, or 62 millimeters. Overall length, 7.2. Closed length, 4.23. You know, we're just reading this to you. 3.5 millimeter thick stock. VG10, okay? Textured black. G10. It's a lockback, 4.5 ounces, and made in Japan. What do you think about that? I didn't think they made a damn thing in Japan no more. They pay them boys way too much for them to stoop so low as to make knives. But nope, they are still making knives. Spyderco VG10, right? You know, I remember the days my first Endura was like an AUS 8 or something like that. It might have been AUS 6. You know, remember back in the days, like the early 90s or whatever? Wow. Seiki City, Japan. And, you know, you got this kind of little tiny fuller in here. It's just a neat little styling cue, and it's kind of this modified Tonto. I've always thought that was intriguing. And, you know, it just looks like a tank. It looks like a rugged little tank. It's not a big, huge knife, right? But it's pretty EDCable. Let's do this because it gives you a better idea. See, you're really, really close to a 3-inch blade, okay? And really close to 7.25, but not quite there. Overall length. How fat does it feel in the hand? Well, it's under a 1/2 inch, right? 0.44. And in millimeters, that's 11.22. Blade stock, would they say 3.5? Well, let's find out, shall we? 0.135 as far as inches, and 3.5. There you go. Hey, they weren't lying to us no more. Nice wire pocket clip here. I don't mind these. Some people really bitch about this, think it's really cheap and nasty. But, you know, to tell you the truth, when you're talking about a knife like this that's extremely functional, I think that is totally appropriate. Actually, I've seen worse clips. Have you ever seen those like duck foot type? I mean, they just, whoa, and it's like spoon type, you know? No. No, this is fine. This is fine. Now, you don't have a tubed lanyard hole, but you got a lanyard hole, right? And, of course, you can go right or left hand with this pocket clip. It's tip up only, and it's a lockback, folks, so it's not, you know, just a one-hander type thing, at least not in my world, you know, because you kind of got to do this. But it's a tough, a roughy-tufty knife, don't you think? I mean, I think that's why they called it the Battlestation, right? Because they figured, you know, this is going to be rough. This can get into it. This can get into it. You got some blade coming up all the way to the tip here. I mean, I know that you got this little swedge here, but I mean, really, it's beefy stock. And they're still leaving a bunch of good stuff right there, right up to the tip. And I was just thinking maybe this could cut a piece of paper for us, but God only knows. Yeah, there you go, VG10 in it. Oh yeah, that's really, yeah, it's sharp, sharpity sharp. So, we got the length on that. How much do you think it really weighs? Do you think they're telling us the truth? Well, let's find out, folks. Might as well. Got nothing better to do. You're watching this video. You must really be desperate for entertainment. Sorry, I just had to do that. Hell, I'll sit there and watch one thing after another on YouTube. Oh, it's just not right. I throw it up on the TV from my iPad. Oh my God, it just makes for great viewing, and it's so entertaining. There's some crazy stuff out there. And fun knife reviewers. I mean, that's sometimes that's how you find it 4.5 ounces. Sometimes that's kind of how you find out about stuff, you know. I mean, I can't tell you how many knives I didn't know existed, and then all of a sudden I'll just be scrolling through and I'll see some crazy knife. I'll go, oh my God, that's great looking. I love that design. What the hell is that? Never even heard of the brand. It's insane. Oh, maybe I missed this part. You know, so this is Knife Center, and I hope they don't mind that I'm showing them off. I mean, whatever. I guess it probably doesn't hurt to get a little publicity. But $319.95. Their price in the past, $191.97, and now $119.95. Wow. I mean, that's pretty substantial. And I know this one's on the chopping block. This one's a discontinued model. They don't say that here. Oh, I guess I was on the Spyderco site, and they said discontinued model. So you go on the Spyderco site, and you look at their knives. You can scroll down, and you can see which ones are being discontinued. And why am I putting this back? Are you done? Oh, hell, we already done cut. We already made... Yeah, I'm done. By God. Forget you. No, it's... Oh, let me show you the paperwork real quick. I mean, just... And sometimes people like to pause and read that, and I get that too. Sometimes I do too. So, congratulations, and dialects, as they like to call him, right? This kid gives you kind of his little bio on here, right? So, go ahead and you can stop that anytime and read up on that. 2014. Oh, one more thing before I let you go. Not to waste your time or anything. Okay. Look at what's going on here. Okay, you got this handle, and you got these cutaways, and that's nice. Okay, I got no problem with any of that. Oh, well, we never talked about this. See this up here? These are stainless liners. Okay. Obviously, it's not an open back design. You got your lanyard that comes through here. I'm sorry, pocket clip that it's going through here, and it's a standoff type thing as well. Okay. I don't know how you feel about this, and let's take a look. See, you got a full liner here. It's not skeletonized. Okay. It's just, I don't know how to say, well, I do know how to say this. Okay, fold the blade closed. Now, look at how much extra you've got here of the handle. Usually a blade, you want it to, I do. I mean, why, and I'm trying to figure out why are we wasting this much handle space? Why is the blade not longer or the handle shorter? And you go, well, you couldn't really bring much of a blade out the back because you've got this standoff that's the pocket clip deal. But what if you put, the lanyard somewhere else and you made this where the standoff went and the pocket clip just screwed into the scale like most of them do, right? So this would all be open here and the standoff would be back here, which would be fine. you could travel that blade out further. It just seems a little odd to me in the proportions. Okay, look at the handle and look at the blade. It just seems like, you know, now I understand if they thought, okay, but we want to make a knife where it's just barely a 3-inch blade. So user friendly, easy, EDC carry, all that kind of stuff. I get that. Okay. But we want room for your hand on the handle, because this is going to be a real user knife. Okay. Then I get that. Right? Another thing is that you've got this, and you can do this. It's a little strange to me, since you got the jimping on this choil here, so you can really choke up on it. But how come you're not doing any jimping here? Because if you're really going to choke up on it, maybe a little jimping right in this area. I'm just saying. I mean, because if you're really going to choke up on it to do something, and you can, because they're giving you all this luxury. I mean, the cutting edge could be a lot longer, right? I mean, what's the cutting edge on this thing? Did we just say that? Because I've forgotten since. But it's like 2.5-inch cutting edge, right? With 3-inch overall. So you got this extra 1/2 inch here. But I mean, wouldn't you think? I'm just saying, maybe some jimping along here. Because if this is going to be a roughy, tufty knife, for kind of getting after it, then, why not? Or make the handle shorter or the blade longer for the proportionality here. I mean, does that, to you, seem like wasted space? I mean, I'm not trying to redesign this knife, and I've got, I can't design a knife. I'm not that smart, but I'm just saying, I've heard people talk about how nice it is when the blade fills the handle. You don't have any extra wasted space in the overall length of the knife. So I'm just reiterating that. I'm just parroting that deal. One more thing, and I'll let you go, I promise. This hole here, the spider hole, and this isn't the only knife that I've, talked about on the hole. It's sharp. I mean, what did we say this thing was originally? Like $319 MSRP, and then $220 something normally that it would sell for, 187, this and that, 119 cheap, but fairly inexpensive. But really, that I don't know. In my book, I mean, you feel that if I did that really hard, you could almost cut your finger with that. I mean, really? I'm just saying, I would deburr that hole. And, if I was going to keep this in a permanent collection for me, I'd go get myself a little deburring tool at Harbor Freight or somewhere, and I would probably run it around there. Because, I don't know. It's just, to me, it needs a little softening there. This is the way you're going to open this knife. And that is sharp. Now, on one end, yes, it grabs your thumb, but I mean, I got a huge callus on here, and so it's not going to get through the skin, but I don't know. Less calloused thumb might react differently. Otherwise, it's nice. It opens well. The fit and finish is good and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry I'm running you late on this, but I don't know. I was just thinking about the spider hole here. To me, I don't know. Just, to me, I would soften those internal edges there. I don't mind that the top of the spine is straight over and not domed or rounded or whatever. That's not a big deal. And maybe a little jimping here, maybe filling out the handle or shortening it, redoing, putting the standoff up, something. I don't know. And I'm just throwing it out there. There's a million reasons probably why not. and why this design was important the way it was. And it's nice they give you this little cutout area so you can access the spider hole. That works very well. Also in an ambidextrous way. I get that. Okay. No fancy pivots or anything. You just got your straight Torx stuff. And that's good too. I mean, because this is obviously designed as not an art knife, but I mean, I do like the design. And for part of the reason is because it's kind of a bad boy. You know, it's a nice, rugged, tough, you know, looking knife. It's kind of mean, you know, with this upturned, modified tonic. You know, it is, isn't it? Good steel. I like VG10. Nobody's going to pay $300 for this knife, I wouldn't think. But you're right. I mean, 119, shit, all day long, I imagine. I mean, you got the warranty, you got the service, and you got the durability, and it's good. I was just throwing those out there. I don't know. Maybe not. Just thought. I mean, when you handle a knife, you kind of get a little bit more idea of what you're doing than if you just look at it in a picture. And that's just stuff that I picked up on handling it. But it's a great knife. I like it. I might have done something here or there a little differently, but I mean, I really like the design. I was very intrigued by this knife for a long time. And I just wouldn't pull the trigger at 200. But then the closeout came, and I thought, if I'm ever going to do this, I'm going to do this. So, all right, folks. Hey, thank you for joining me today. We've got more stuff coming in. I will probably be making some interesting announcements in the upcoming weeks, but stay tuned for that. And make sure you're in for our 11/13, November 13th drawing for these bad boys, right? The Emerson Kershaw. You know, get in, look at that particular giveaway video and put any comment in at all. Just if you want to be in on the drawing, the 6034 CQC 6K. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for your time. I appreciate all your good comments and your helpfulness. That's just wonderful. And you know what we do around here? We love them knives.